For this video, I will discuss exactly how linear equations look. It's not super hard. It's just any equation that has multiple variables that create a single straight line on a graph. Multiple variables meaning like it could have X or Y or Z, but in the case of a linear equation, it will only have one of those specific variables. So a classic example would be like y equals mx plus b, which is just the standard slope intercept form. This is an example of a linear equation. Anything that's just easily like, y equals, some number 7 or whatever times some other variable x. Like anytime you only have a polynomial with one power of the variable, see how this is just x, this is just x, y, like there's no x squared, then what you have is a linear equation. And somewhere along the graph is going to be just straight lines that dictate what the function is doing. These are all the common forms of a linear equation. I think it would be best to familiarize with yourself with these these forms and these standard equations, so that when you do see formulas and other equations in the future, you can recognize them as being linear or nonlinear. So an example then of a nonlinear equation would be like a polynomial. A polynomial, as you can already point out, is something that has multiple terms with varying powers. So this actually has a couple x's in here that start out at x to the power 3, and then x to the power 2, and then you have x. So whenever you're graphing this function, I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but it's going to look much more curved and have a lot more bends in it than something that just would have one x and just be straight.